Have you ever noticed that the people who understand everyone are usually the ones no one really understands? They're the listeners, the fixers, the ones who hold the room together while quietly falling apart. They read emotions like a second language. They sense tension before anyone speaks. They know when something's wrong, even when you swear you're fine. And yet, they always look tired, because understanding people sounds beautiful until you realize how heavy it is to carry everyone's emotions in silence. You think it's empathy. You think it's kindness. You think it's your gift. But here's the truth no one tells you. Every time you absorb someone else's pain, your nervous system pays the bill. You feel what they feel, and then some. You process their sadness, their anxiety, their anger, and pretend you're fine because that's what strong people do. But strength without rest isn't strength, it's self-erasure. You become the friend everyone leans on, but no one checks in with. You sense everyone's chaos, but no one sees yours. And slowly, understanding stops feeling like a gift. It starts feeling like a cage. Because when you understand too much, you stop being surprised by people. You stop being shocked. You start expecting disappointment, and you call it wisdom. But it's not wisdom, it's fatigue. Carl Jung once said, "Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of others." The problem is, you never get to rest from other people's shadows long enough to face your own. You're not tired because you care too much. You're tired because you've been carrying too much. And that's the hidden cost of understanding everyone. You forget what it feels like to be understood. You've probably noticed it, how people always find you. The ones who are lost, the ones who need someone to listen, the ones who say, "You just get me," and they're right. You do. You see their patterns before they do. You feel their pain before they name it. You help them make sense of what's breaking them, even when you're breaking too. But no one ever asks how you do it. No one wonders what it costs you, because people like you, the strong, grounded, wise ones, are easy to lean on and easier to forget. They'll tell you, "You're such a good listener," but what they really mean is, "Thank you for carrying what I couldn't." And you smile. You nod. You say, "It's nothing," but it is. Every story they unload stays somewhere inside you. The heartbreak, the anger, the disappointment, like layers of dust that slowly cover your light. And one day, you wake up exhausted. Not because you did too much, but because you felt too much. You scroll through messages and can't reply. You hear your name and want silence. You sit with people you love and still feel like you're not there. That's not depression. That's emotional debt. You've spent years paying for everyone else's peace with your own. But here's what nobody told you. It's not your job to heal everyone you understand. Empathy doesn't mean endurance. You can care deeply and still have limits. You can love people without becoming their container. Because you're not the dumping ground for brokenness. You're the proof that sensitivity can survive in a world that forgot how to feel. So breathe. You're not weak for needing rest. You're not cold for stepping back. You're not alone for feeling everything. You're just one of the few who haven't gone numb yet. There's a kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. You know it. That strange, invisible tiredness. The one that sits behind your ribs, quiet but constant. You go through the motions. You smile when you're supposed to. You say, "I'm fine," because explaining the real answer would take hours and still sound dramatic. How do you tell someone that you're tired? Not from doing too much, but from feeling too much. That you can walk into a room and sense the tension before a single word is spoken. That you can hear what someone isn't saying louder than what they are. That you notice when love fades. Not when it's gone, but in the quiet shift before anyone admits it. This is the curse of awareness. You see the cracks while everyone else still sees the surface. You feel the change before it happens. You carry the truth before anyone's ready to hear it, and it wears you down. because pretending you don't see it, that's another kind of pain. Smiling through what you already know is a form of self-betrayal no one talks about. So you start to shrink. You talk less. You laugh quieter. You say, "I'm tired," but no one understands what you mean. They think you need a break. They think you're just stressed. But this kind of tired runs deeper. It's the exhaustion of always being the aware one in a world that refuses to notice. And maybe you've wondered, why can't I just be like them? Why can't I stop caring so much? Why can't I stop noticing everything? But that's not who you are. You were built to see, to sense, to feel. It's not a flaw, it's a frequency. And while it isolates you, it also connects you to something real, a depth most people will never touch. You're not broken because you notice too much. You're just living in high definition in a world that prefers low resolution. So don't curse your awareness. Learn how to rest inside it. Because this depth, this way of seeing, it's not what's destroying you, it's what will save you once you learn not to drown in it. You can't turn it off, you can't unfeel, you can't unknow. And honestly, you shouldn't try to, because your sensitivity isn't the problem. Your lack of boundaries is. The truth is, deep feelers were never meant to absorb everything. You were meant to translate emotions, not swallow them, to witness pain, not wear it. But somewhere along the way, you started mistaking empathy for responsibility. You started believing that being kind means being available, that being aware means being on call, that being loving means being drained. And that's where the burnout begins. So here's what no one tells you. You don't protect your peace by becoming cold. You protect it by learning what deserves your energy. You start by pausing, before you rush to fix, before you comfort, before you carry. Ask yourself, is this mine to hold? If the answer is no, breathe and let it pass through. Because not every cry needs your shoulder. Not every silence needs your presence. Not every storm needs your umbrella. Sometimes compassion means letting people face their rain so they can learn how to walk through it. Dr. Elaine Aron, who studied sensitivity for decades, said something powerful. The more open your system, the more crucial your boundaries become. That's not selfish. That's survival. You can be kind without collapsing. You can love without losing yourself. You can understand people deeply without carrying the weight of their entire world. The moment you stop absorbing everything, you stop mistaking pain for purpose. You stop confusing exhaustion with empathy, and you realize the world doesn't need you to fix it. It just needs you to stay whole. Because when you protect your depth, you don't go numb, you go clear. And clarity, that's what makes your empathy powerful instead of painful. You were never weak for feeling deeply. You were just never taught how to survive it. But now you know. You know that caring has limits. You know that peace has a price. And you know that the world won't protect your sensitivity, so you have to. Because the same heart that breaks easily is also the one that loves fearlessly. The same awareness that exhausts you is what makes you wise beyond your years. And the same empathy that drains you is what gives your presence meaning. The goal isn't to feel less, it's to feel cleaner, to choose what enters your mind, to protect the soft parts of you like something sacred, because they are. You'll start noticing how different life feels when you stop apologizing for your depth, when you stop explaining your silence, when you stop rushing to be understood and start valuing your own understanding. You'll attract calmer people. You'll start hearing your own voice again. And maybe for the first time in years, you'll feel light. Because when you stop carrying the world, you finally have the strength to build your own. Alan Watts once said, "To be light in the darkness, you must not fear your own shadow." You're not here to harden. You're here to hold your softness without letting it destroy you. To see clearly without losing faith in what's good. To love deeply without forgetting yourself. So if you've ever felt too sensitive, too aware, too tired, you're not alone. You're just awake in a world that's half asleep, and that's not your weakness. That's your quiet strength, because understanding everyone has a cost, but the reward is becoming the kind of person this world quietly needs.